Superman, Epstein, and Trump. Oh my. You may remember my name is Musa. I'm an attorney and I've been practicing for 25 years. That shark circling behind me is Lady Bird. And welcome back. Today we're here to talk about a couple of things. First of all, the new Superman movie, and second, the Epstein files. If you're wondering, no, that's not a green screen. That's a shark. And I'll feed you to her just to prove it if you want me to. So let's move on. First off, the Superman movie. Now, this movie was a movie about Superman interfering in a war of some sort. And I don't want to ruin it for you, so if you just heard that much and you don't want to hear any more, then you can go ahead and fast forward to the other part. But basically, here we're going to start now. Basically what happens is there's a military superior country that's trying to take over a poor country that's right next to it for the purposes of the military-industrial complex in order to get Lex Luthor a portion of that country for himself. Plain and simple. Now, this could have been the Sandinistas, this could have been any one of the countries that the CIA has waged coups against. But now we're deciding that we're going to focus that these people are Palestinians and Israelis. And let me tell you why that's interesting. Because I don't think the director, James Gunn, is a pro-Palestinian person at all. I don't think it has anything to do with Israel and Palestine. I think if you think it does, then it's a you problem, right? I think it's just a commentary on society as it is. But let's get back to it. There's a rich military country in this movie, and they are trying to annihilate and kill a poor country. These are brown people, mostly children, begging for food. Sound familiar? I guess. I mean, a live genocide was streamed right to our phones for the last 2 years, looking exactly like it. I don't know if that inspired James Gunn or if that was a part of the storyline to begin with. But nevertheless, the storyline is profitable. And for the first time ever, it's profitable to be on the side of the Palestinians if you interpret it that way. I personally don't understand the people that are coming after the movie. So Superman, the good guy, is going to save poor people who are being starved and caged, and we're upset about it. And we're not upset about it because of that. We're upset about it because we believe it's a commentary on the state of Israel. Well, Israel is doing these horrible things. So whether it's based on that or not, it's a reality. And like I said, if you have a problem with it, it's a you problem. It's a movie about good versus evil, just like every single other Superman or, frankly, any other comic book movie out there, right? In this case, the evil is a fictitious country named Barovia. And if you want to go ahead and you want to conflate that with what's happening in Israel now, that's a you problem. That's on your conscience. That's your issue. And if indeed it is a commentary on it, think about how much the world has changed so that it's actually profitable. This is the largest movie. This exceeded all expectations, and people love it. I saw it. It was a great movie, okay? I didn't think of it that way because, you know, it's just a superhero movie. But when I got out of the movie and I heard all the people complaining about it, I smiled and I'm like, wow, those people must really, really have a guilty conscience. And finally, the Epstein files. And I know what you're thinking. Why am I even talking about these now? Who cares? It's so long over. Nobody cares about these things. You're the problem if you care about these things. What the hell is wrong with you? Tim Dillon said it best. Basically, when you're voting for the GOP, you just have to pick the pedo that you think is going to do the best for your family. Yes, they're all terrible child killers. But which one is going to be the one that gives us the opportunity to put a down payment on a home? You got to really see that bit. He's hilarious. So let's get back to the Epstein files. Don't forget that the Epstein files were the most important, or one of the most important MAGA talking points up to the election. You know, the release of the 9/11 files, the JFK files, and the Epstein files, all of which really were underwhelming. And then you also had Pam Blondie on TV talking about the client list being on her desk. And this was like in March or April or something like that, saying, I got the client list. It's on my desk to look over right now. I'm just going to look over it. I'm going to get a report over to the president, and the client list is right there. And then Kash Patel, who I couldn't believe him when I saw him, right? I'm not a fan to begin with, although, you know, you can easily, he wears his emotions on his sleeve. So you can easily see, and he was uncomfortable even saying, yeah, it was a suicide. I saw it, I looked at it, it was nothing else. It was very, very funny to see that reaction, especially Dan Bongino, who's now thinking about retiring because they're going to try to blame him for this. So, I mean, it's not a secret, right? Everybody knows that basically all of our top officials were in the Epstein files. And it's not just a GOP thing. Everybody from Clinton to Trump. I think Clinton and Trump probably had a contest to see who could go to the island more than the other. So, do you need the files released? I mean, there's a ton of stuff already out there. Don't forget, there's also a prosecutor who gave a sweetheart deal to Epstein in Palm Beach, Florida, saying that, well, in the deal, in the transcript, saying that it had national security interests for him. And it didn't stop him from traveling or doing whatever he wanted to do. This, of course, being Jeffrey Epstein. So that person probably has a lot of information as well. There's a file in Palm Beach that probably has a lot of information in it as well. And a lot of the stuff has been dribbled out. We've heard a lot of stuff out there from victims, from witnesses, and now they're pretending it doesn't exist, right? This is funny, because this happened shortly after Netanyahu came to the country here to do some interviews and visit Washington. And it's got to make you wonder, how much is in there about him? Like a lot. Like, these guys were best friends. I think Epstein said it in an interview to Michael Wolff, and Trump had talked about it many times over in that famous interview where he says he's been good friends with him for years and he likes women almost as much as I do, some even on the younger side. Don't forget that. Michael Wolff did an interview with Jeffrey Epstein. He spoke to him for many, many hours where basically he told him Donald Trump was his most trusted confidant. Now, if you only believe 50% of what Michael Wolff says, I don't blame you, but if you believe 50% of it, then at least you know that they had a close relationship. So these are the issues that we have here right now. These are the two topics. So the Epstein files aren't going away. This is a gift that keeps on giving. MAGA is turning on Trump. Trump is turning on MAGA. Apparently, if you want to know who is a pedo, that makes you the bad person. So welcome to Bizarro World. Again, my name is Musa. I appreciate you watching my analysis. Please follow, like, share, and subscribe. Try to get the word out there. You can find me on YouTube at Legally Blinding 2000. Thank you.